Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Hello guys, welcome to, well, the track in front of me, which is the Nordschleife. Yeah. This week's going to be crazy in the GTE Endurance Series this week, this race. Yeah. So, as you can see at the moment, only 29 registered. That is because a lot are in a qualifying session right now, between 6:30 and 6:50. That's how you do qualifying around the Nürburgring. I've chosen not to take part in qualifying, as I probably want to start the back anyway. There's going to be chaos, I guarantee it. There's going to be absolute chaos on the first lap, because this track is so tight, and a lot of people maybe won't know it. And there'll be massive accidents. In practice, the amount of people that have been quicker than me, and then I've passed them because they've crashed into a wall or whatever, is quite a lot. Now, despite the fact that I have done lots of practice, I haven't actually set a lap yet.
The lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
As in, so obviously this track is really long, so what I've done is gone out, set a lap,
Pit exit's clear, push.
gone to my next lap,
Disengage limiter.
and then either run out of time
Right side
to set another one, or, because obviously it takes quite a while, or I've like crashed, or I mean a lot of them as well. I have invalidated them. So, but I've got my Optimum, which is round the Nordschleife, probably quite a good idea of how quick you are. It's basically all your sectors that are the fastest put together. Now, since I was going quicker every lap and learning the track, that's probably a good idea of what I would have got. So at 8 minute 24. Initially, when I first started practicing, that was 8 minute 55, so I've been able to get it down quite a bit. I actually really like this track, although for racing, I'm not so sure, because it's a very tight and twisty track. I'm not sure whether it really works for racing. I think it is more about setting timed laps, really, but we'll see. So this is the variant of the Nürburgring where you have the full GP circuit without the arena. Before. So this bit is well known, and then the chicane as well at the top isn't the usual tight chicane. It's the one that's less kind of used. This one, which I prefer because it's not as tight. I'm going to be careful not to hit the wall here, because I've done that quite a few times. There we go. But I am beginning to learn the Nürburgring. It's a very tight corner there. And then you've got to learn that you can go a bit faster than you think you can through some of these corners. That's how you get speed at the Nürburgring. Basically going quicker than you think you can, within reason. So yeah, this bit is really tight. However, this corner up here is the one that's really tight. You gotta watch. There you go. Make sure you don't go too far, otherwise you end up over the glass on that one. But I managed to stay in a rough gap to that Porsche ahead of us. Is it a Porsche? I think it was a Porsche. And then this corner can be taken basically flat out, as can this one. And this one. This is basically run down the straight, this one. And then I like to lift a little bit through here. Brake as soon as the corner stops. Oh, braking was not quite as good as I'd like there, although it wasn't too bad. And you can see we've actually lost a reasonable amount of time on my best lap, my best sectors, so I was pushing really hard on those laps. brake just by that sign there. Whoa, it's a blind corner. And then really, really careful leading up to this section. There's a really tight corner that gets you all of a sudden. There it is. And we're doing really well against this Porsche. I'll see what... Actually, it might be a BMW, but I'll see what iRating that guy is. Yeah, it's a Porsche. This corner, be careful of. I've been to here a few times. You can go mostly flat through there, but this guy is holding me up. Also, you can go flat through there, however, it might be best not to, because you've got this hill then, and it's really difficult not to lock up on that hill, because it's obviously downhill, the brakes aren't coping very well. And then out next is one of my favourite corners. It's a really nice, just down second gear. It's quite a flowing corner, I think. Probably one of the most normal corners on the Nürburgring, rather than tight and crazy. Our guy ahead is starting to go away now, that's good. It means I can go back to pushing. And then this is all flat as well. Oh, yeah, but you have got this corner. Just as you're getting confidence throughout the Nürburgring, you think that corner's flat, you try to take this corner quickly, you'll end up in the wall. That's happened to me about 3 times. And then this is all flat now. That's not quite flat, that corner. Oh, I always think you need to brake for that corner, but it's actually this one that you brake for. It's because I crashed around that corner once. Right, next up is the carousel. This one is a bit of a crazy corner. It's very bumpy. Whoa, yeah, I've accidentally got off that. The actual carousel bit, that lost me quite a bit of time. Oh, I don't know this bit of the Nürburgring quite as well, because there's some laps that I've crashed out on. That was close. But you can probably tell just from this practice that the Nürburgring is very difficult. And I'm going to somehow do a 1.5 hour race around it in about 10 minutes. But anyway, I think we've made it to the end of the lap almost now. You know that you've made it to the end properly because you get to a really, really long straight, and that basically signifies the end of the lap. Like you've got, I think, maybe like 3 corners after that straight. And I think this corner tricks you out up here, not. Oh, that one as well. Yeah, that one as well. Oh. Yeah, these corners trick you out. I don't know why, but they look like you can go faster than you actually can through them. You can't go as quickly as it looks.
We've been called into the pits by the stewards for repairs.
Yes, yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, my car's very broken. So this is what we want to make sure we don't do in the race. That's what we want to make sure we don't do. But this is my worry with the Nürburgring. I struggled to make an entire lap, so how I'm going to do that for an hour and a half, I don't know. So yeah, I'm going along there, I think it's flat out, and then it isn't, basically. That's what happened there. I don't know what it is, it just looks like it's really flat out, that last bit of the Nürburgring. So yeah, that corner there, I've got to remember to brake. That guy ahead of us, what Okay, yeah, he was Division 2. Was that the guy ahead of us? Oh, maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't the guy ahead of us. Who was it ahead of us then? I can't recognise that guy's name. I thought it was that guy, but it must not be. Who was it ahead of us? Like the car that was going a bit slowly at first, and then start getting a bit quicker. It's not this guy because he's following another Porsche. So we'll go through names. Oh, is it this guy? No, I see no evidence of Ferrari there. No, it's not that one. Who is it then? It's interesting to see what cars people are using as well. Why is the guy not on this list? The guy that was ahead of us. Interesting. So the guy who's ahead of us doesn't appear to have been on that list.
Chill, don't worry about me.
He literally wasn't on there. I clicked on every single person on that list and he wasn't there.
Okay.
It's definitely not him. There's a similar looking car. Oh, who knows? Oh, there you go, I found it. Oh, that's the name, yeah. Well, cool. He was Division 1. And I was keeping up with him. I thought it'd be rubbish. I thought it'd turn out he was like Division 6 or something. Cool. Well, I've got the pace of him round here. Maybe if I can go a race without binning it, that'd be pretty nice. I was actually quite close to him. He was slowing me down through that whole middle section. Cool. I guess we'll just sit around for a little bit now. In fact, actually, you know what? So let's use a new thing that I've discovered how to do in iRacing. Click on your helmet and then click focus on crashes. And the replay focuses on, well, crashes. So we'll have a bit of entertainment while we're waiting. So hopefully it should focus on crashes. It isn't focusing on crashes. I guess there are no crashes, so it just picks the people who are running closest together on track. That's my guess. I guess unless you're binning it, it's quite difficult to have a crash around here. I think. I don't know, saying that, I don't think I should say that. But I think unless you actually... unless you bin it... So in this race, I think my aim is just to sit at the back and just don't crash. Like, that's the one thing I've got to make sure I don't do. Because that is the one thing I've struggled with. The longest I've gone on a run is probably about 1.5 laps. Although sometimes that half a lap was actually just a lap that I stopped because I invalidated it. I wanted to get time, so because it invalidated, I just wasn't bothered about completing it. That did happen. So luckily now though, I have got kind of crash hotspots from my practice. So there's a lot of tracks now, a lot of corners where I'm a bit extra careful to make sure I don't crash. I've learned like kind of where the crashes are. However, that one I crashed out there was new, so I've got to remember. It's because I'm getting more as I get more confident with the track, I end up spinning out in more places because I think I can go quicker than I actually can. Right, so 87 people are registered now, so this is more what's expected. Obviously the qualifying session has finished now. Although still it's actually not that many. I mean, I think the last couple of weeks we've been seeing between 110 and 120 in this series, so 87's not that many. Obviously, it's 2 splits. That is 2 splits of about 43 and 44. So quite busy splits. If we get 87, it'd be nice to have 101 and get really quiet splits then. Because I don't know how I feel about a 40-car field around here. And I'm not going to be I'm obviously not qualified, but it does seem like quite a lot of other people also haven't qualified. Like there was 23 people registered, I think, that didn't qualify. So there's a good chunk. But yeah, I think we're just going to sit at the back. We're going to take it easy like we did at Daytona 2 weeks ago, and hopefully don't get unlucky like we did at Daytona. Obviously, if someone has to tow here, it's going to take. Well, normally it takes the amount of time it takes to do a lap, and a little bit more. So I suspect if you have to tow here, it takes like 12 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. So I wouldn't want to be doing a tow. I imagine if anyone does a tow, they're probably just gonna quit, because it's gonna take so long. I mean, imagine crashing on the start line. That's gonna be like a 12-minute tow, something like that. It's gonna be a big tow, so it's gonna wreck your race. And then you're going to be a let down, obviously, as well. Well, okay, actually, there's 97 registered, so if we can just push that above 100, it'll be slightly more. The normal has been between 110 and 120. But, who knows? I've only just realised I've had the background music up that entire time. Rip. It's 98 registered. Oh, 99 registered. Come on, we've still got a minute until 7 o'clock. Come on, let's just hit 101. Whatever it is, I don't want 100. That means we'll have a split of 50. Oh, there we go, 101. Cool. That is 3 splits. So if it stayed 101, we'd get a 33, a 33, and a 34. So basically, the quietest split's ever going to be. Unless you get 51 people registering, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think about 80 is probably the minimum ever is going to register first. I mean, the GTE Endurance Series is much more busy, like at 2 PM on a Sunday, or Saturday at 6 PM. They're kind of the 2 peak slots, so this one is always a little bit quieter anyway. Yeah, 101 people registered, that is perfect. That is splits of 33, 33 and 34. That's quite nice. We can go to 103, I think, while still having 34 people. Actually, no, it's 33, 33, and 34 for 100 people, isn't it? No, I don't know, I'm thinking, yeah. I'm getting confused. Right, 102 people registered. It's 7 o'clock now, so we should get the join race. Obviously, this race isn't really going to have any practice beforehand. Obviously, it would normally have qualifying. So it's a 3-minute practice, but then it just goes straight to the race, because there's no qualifying. So well, I don't know how we decide. I don't know how I see who's qualified where. There you go. We'll grid in 4 minutes. So we'll join that. So this looks, what is it? A 5-minute practice instead of a 3-minute. Is that what it is? Now, the aim out of this race is to gain safety rating, because I think it's going to be quite difficult. I mean, there's a lot of corners around the Nürburgring. That's the one bonus. I mean, obviously, if it's instants per corner, and you're going corner after corner after corner, like, really quick, that's really good. But it's quite fun, the Nürburgring. I mean, I think I'm going to be doing the Nürburgring Endurance Challenge, like, Championship. That's going to be in the Mazda MX-5, I think. So it's a little bit I actually think this track could be quite nice in the MX-5 because there's so many corners that you could just take easily flat out in the MX-5. It'd be quite fun. And then obviously some of the tight and twisty stuff won't be so scary as it is in the GTE. Obviously the brakes don't lock up quite as much either. Sadly, because it is the Nürburgring, it does take a very long time to load. I mean, I understand, it's 16 miles, I mean, that's like... You know, take a normal track that's 2 miles, it's like 8 of those, it's... I mean, even Spa's only like 4 miles, isn't it? Right. I'm positive it's taking longer than usual. It might be because it's a server, though, with other people joining at the same time. Or a lot of them. Come on, iRacing. Luckily, we're not in any rush. But this is taking quite a while. There we go, 100%. There we go, so it's a 7-minute practice. Okay, it's a 7-minute practice. We're actually starting quite near the middle of the field despite not qualifying. That doesn't fill me with confidence. That suggests that a lot of people didn't qualify. That's what that suggests. So we're starting P22 out of 34. Yeah, do I want that? Do I want P22 out of 34? That means I'm right in the middle of all of it. So I'm not sure if I do. And we're kind of 14, so we're probably looking at a top... I don't know, a top 16 finish. Being good for iRating. Something like that. Actually, no, top 18. Top 18 finish we're looking at, I think. Might be able to stretch for a top 20. Right, I think we are going to go out then, since practice is so long.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 36 Celsius.
I didn't think practice was 7 minutes long, so...
The exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
That means I need to change. That means I actually need to change the timings on the thing. Oh, not. I can't believe I'm still doing that. Every time I've ever been to the Nürburgring, I've gone round that corner in that way, and it's impossible for me to change how I go around it.
If you were really sorry, you wouldn't have a map with a button.
I can't believe we're starting P22 despite not qualifying. I suggest that no one wants to qualify. I mean, I'm just gonna take it easy on the first lap anyway. That's not a good start. I couldn't slow down enough for that corner. That's not a good start at all. I assume safety rating does still count, even though this is technically called a warm-up and not a practice. I know they are slightly different. Alright, there we go. We're doing okay now. There's this section that's really good for safe terrain because there's so many corners. I mean,
Yellow flag.
oh, so apparently there was a yellow flag, so I'm gonna have to
Left side. Left side's clear.
I did not so that guy just came up on me really quickly. Just suddenly appeared in the mirror. Right, he's gone now. I was slowing down because I thought there might have been a yellow flag. I didn't see that last guy.
Yellow flag. Watch out.
There we go. Right, let's just update the race schedule. There we go. Obviously, the race finish time as well won't necessarily be the exact race finish time. Right, let's just do a quick check. Make sure we are loading in with the full 90 litres of fuel. We are. Okay. Whether I want to start P22 or not, I'm not sure, but I am. So, we'll see. This is going to be carnage. I want to be at the back, really, but as I said, I didn't qualify. Somehow I didn't qualify, and so the middle of the grid is P17, and I'm P22, so I'm literally right in the middle. Oh yeah, you can see people's qualifying times there. So someone did an 8:11, that's the lowest, and then a 7:53. Wow, that's quick. But yeah, actually,
36 Celsius, 90
so
minutes.
So out of 34 people, only 14 of them qualified. So maybe it would have been a better idea to qualify, though. Qualifying would mean getting up half an hour earlier
in the right column
that I already did, and I don't fancy that. So actually, only 15 minutes earlier, but I still wouldn't fancy it. Right. Okay, looks like car number... Actually, maybe I should have done that. Car 20 starting from the pits. Maybe I should have started from the pits, right? Yeah, I think I should have done that. Okay, never mind. I somehow have a suspicion that this race is not going to last very long now. Starting P21, I think it is now. I'm not sure, or something like that. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. I'm about to go green. I'm going to take it very easy into the first corner. I mean, if I lose spots, it's a shame because it's difficult to pass, but I'm honestly not so bothered about that. I just want to get to the end of this race.
Go, go, go.
Luckily, it seems a lot of other people have had the same idea and are sitting back.
You got one right side. On your right. Right side's clear. Car right. Still there. Right's clear. Good job.
Right, we go then.
Coming up on your...
This is mad.
Keep it steady. Still there. Still there. Still there. Right's clear. Right side.
Right, I may have lost a few positions. I don't really know.
He's still there. Keep it together, hold your line, clear on the right.
Mashkowski is now in the lead.
On your right. He's still there. He's still there, keep digging. Right side's clear.
Okay, we've got a bit of a gap ahead of us now, so I want to try and make the most of that.
He's on your left side.
Oh, this guy's properly going for it. Wow. I don't think I was that slow through there. Also, some people may have noticed that I have got the driving line turned off as well. Right, so now it's kind of when it gets a bit interesting. Because we're going to get into the Nordschleife, and then it's going to be really tight, and there's going to be people crashing. There's somebody in the wall.
This is unbelievable.
Before we've even reached the Nordschleife, they've managed to crash. So, I don't think it's going to take very long for inevitable carnage to ensue. That Porsche ahead of me has been really aggressive. I mean, with someone being that aggressive for sports, you would have thought you may as well just have qualified. But I guess he didn't. Oh, I'm going to be tired after this hour and a half. It's a crazy circuit, this. Like, in terms of workload as well. Like, that BM behind us is getting quite close. I might let him by. Also, I want someone to draft with on the main straight later on. That's quite important to a good lap here at the Nürburgring.
On your right side.
And I'm going to let him by because there's quite a bit of a gap falling behind now. Oh, someone's gone off and just died in the barrier. There we go, that's someone. Okay, yeah, so you can see what's going on here as we go on through the race. More and more people are beginning to have crashes. So that was to be expected. What I'm going to do now, though, is try and keep this position. I think where I am now might be what kind of pace I'm driving at.
Rajkowski is leading the race.
Because I would like to try and be at least a bit competitive, even if I'm not. It's weird though, because I didn't really feel like I was that slow in practice.
That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Someone's off dead. That's another person, yeah, so despite all these positions we're losing, I think... Oh, there's a dead Ferrari. Whoa, yeah, so I think I'm glad that I did start near the back, though. Right, don't look at the brakes into there, that was close. I hate that corner. That's my least favourite corner on the whole of the Nürburgring. Well, behind this Corvette, there isn't anybody left now, so it seems as if I think maybe I found kind of where my pace is. I think it's near the back. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's the corner I got caught out on. Oh, that's so annoying. I think I'm dead. That's the corner I got caught out on in.
Marks is
Oh no.
for repairs. We've been called in by the stewards.
That's the corner I got caught out on in practice a few times. I cannot believe it. Oh, I'm gonna need to repair as well. I don't believe it. Oh, I'm so annoyed. That's just wrecked my race. It was going so well. Why? Obviously that happened, right? I mean, the bonus is I don't have to tow, so that's good. I don't know how much repairs I'm gonna have though. Whoa, this car's unstable. Okay. I don't know how many minutes of repairs I'm going to have, and then I'll have to pit, and then I'll have to pit again later. Oh, I'm positive I'm just cursed with this GTE Endurance Series. Not a single race has gone well for me in this series. Whoa, this car is dead.
Left side. Clear left. Good job, buddy.
I'm going to let that guy by. Oh dear. Yeah, so sadly, despite all people dying in the first lap, I think they're going to end up overtaking me again.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you.
Oh, this car is really undrivable, actually. This car's undrivable. Yeah, okay.
You got one left side. Clear left side.
These are all the guys that sat back at the beginning. Maybe I should have done that. Then I wouldn't have been in this situation. Luckily, I haven't had to pit, so I won't be wasting too much time. It depends on how much damage I have. I mean, I don't think I was that quick into the wall.
You have 4 incidents.
Also, I already have 4
Nordschleife
incidents,
is now leading.
so I can't really have any more. I honestly don't believe it. Because my pace around the Nürburgring isn't great, but it's good enough to be competitive. Which is probably the first time ever in this GTE. Oh no! I should have just towed. I got myself 6 incidents now because of the fact I can't drive this car like this. I just should have towed. The thing, I mean, it would have taken ages, but I would have had less damage and I would have only had 2 incidents. I've had 6 now. Oh, I can't believe this race. How has it gone like this? I'm not the only one who's got a dead car, so that's the bonus. However...
Right side. Right's clear.
However, I think the damage is going to be quite bad now after that warm.
Honan is now in the lead.
So I think iRacing's tweaked what the stewards say you need to pit for. I'm not sure if it's a bug, but literally every bit of damage I've been getting recently, and the game is like, you need to pit. Oh, there you go, this guy can draft with me here. He's going to go past, actually.
Coming up on your left. Clear left.
So you can see I'm pretty down in a straight line. So even with draft, I'm not doing very well. Yeah, I'm not very happy. I just can't believe how this race has gone. It's just like, you know, it's going so well, and then because of a mistake that I've made quite a few times before,
The gap in front has increased. It's
and
now
for some
about
reason I made it
1.8
again.
seconds.
Even though in practice I've been avoiding it ever since it happened to me. It happened to me like twice. And it's never happened to me again. Right, pits.
Engage the limiter.
I don't know why they're trying to add fuel. Oh my
We'll need to stop again to get to the
word! Look at how many cars are in the pits. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. 22 minutes. We should have towed. I bet it was that last crash. You know what? I think we might be done. 22 minutes. Where are we? What position? We're ahead of all these guys currently. P28. Oh dear. What do we do? I thought it'd be like 5 minutes. How was it 20? iRacing's changed how they do their damage. It's bugged. Like, I was doing a Radical Racing League, and I was just tapping the wall around Charlotte Roval, yeah? And that was enough for the game to give you a black and orange flag. Alright, I'm wondering if it's bugged. Alright, luckily I'm ahead of these guys, because they towed. The thing with towing is it puts you a whole lap behind, look. You can see they're an entire lap behind. So, that's kind of the bonus of not towing, is I'm not a lap behind. So I might be P28 at the end of all of this. I can't believe that. The thing is, if I hadn't damaged it on that extra spin that got me up from 4 to 6 incident points, I think I would have been quite good. I think it would have only been like 5-6 minutes. Oh dear. Right, what do I do? Because I don't really want to quit, because normally quitting these races is basically saying I want to come last. Like, normally trying to get to the end of these races is actually the best thing. Actually, if we take full fuel, we might be able to get to the end. I don't know for certain, but if we take full fuel by the end of this, we may be able to get to the end. It did actually fuel us fully, weirdly. Even though I don't think I took full fuel. It did actually give us full fuel. So, yes, if I take... So this will be an hour. A tank can go an hour. So I think I'll be able to go the entire length of the race. Oh, there goes. Someone's just disconnected. Who was that? That was P29. The thing is, all these guys apparently are a lap behind me. I'm not so sure. Oh, I just can't believe that. It's just... The thing is, all the other times I've had damage, it's been like 2 or 3 minutes in these races, and I've been able to just get on with it. But this one is really bad, like 19 minutes. I'll see when these guys start leaving the pit. If they all leave the pit in the next 5 minutes, I'm obviously not going to be able to pass them. That'll obviously just be that, you know. I think they're on the same lap as me as well. I shouldn't, honestly, I should have just towed. Right. Oh, that's really annoying though, it's just... It'd be nice to have a fast repair in this series, wouldn't it? Oh, it's annoying, it's just because it's at that corner where I've made the mistake loads, and yet I made it again. I knew I wouldn't get a full race. Right, but yeah, it will be under an hour at the end, after this. It'll be under an hour, which means we can make it on a full tank of fuel. The thing is, we're going to have 3.5 minutes of optionals, so our car's still going to be really slow. Alright. You know what, I'm pretty sure we'll just end it here. I don't really see the point in... I mean, I know these guys... It's okay, so P29 is disconnected, so we're guaranteed to finish ahead of them anyway. And then we've got these guys, who are... But then no one else seems to have crashed, weirdly. And look, the thing is that these guys don't have nearly as much damage. The amount of damage they have is practically 0. Okay, alright, so P32's gone as well. Alright, so we're ahead of those two guaranteed. So we're the lowest we can sink now is P32. That guy's gone, so the lowest we can sink, we're now P29. So we're now P29, the lowest we can sink is P32. So we can only lose 3 spots. And no one else is really going to... I think we're just going to leave this. We're going to lose a lot of iRating and a lot of safety rating because we've done an entire lap and got 6 incidents. And obviously we'll be finishing basically last when we're car 14. But I think we have to... Sadly, I think we're going to have to say that we can't reach the end of this race, despite the fact that we have reached the end of all the others. Because these guys now, I think they are actually ahead of me. I don't know. Because that guy's left and he's not going to get... He's going to get more... But look at this. Look how close it is at the top here. Why can't I get through through a race here without crashing? I don't know what it is. This GTE Endurance Series. Why have all these people disappeared? These two just disappeared. What's happened? Those two have just disappeared. Car 12 and car 27. Oh, wait a minute. Is that car 20? I think my game's bugged out. Okay, so P25 is in the pits. P26 and 27 have disappeared. P24's disappeared. And 23, and 22, and 21, and 20. Okay. Something's gone weird here. None of these people are on my list. What's going on? Have they disappeared? Yeah, look, anywhere back from P14, they're just not on there. What's going on? And they're only, look, they're only 45 seconds behind. Has this server bugged out? I think this server's bugged out. Or my connection. Where... Look, anyone back from P14? Where are they? Oh, there they are. See, look, where are they? Anybody back than P15? They're just not on there. What? What's happened to the entire field? But yeah, P25 is in the pits now. Oh, there you go, they're appearing now, it's just a bug. Makes sense. That's a really weird bug. Why aren't they appearing until last minute? Probably in the graphics, probably something to do with graphics settings, isn't it? Right, the thing is, 15 minutes of repairs, that's another 2 laps. So I think we're going to have to call it a day, guys. 15 minutes is an entire lap. I don't suppose there's another race we can do. At 7:30, there isn't really. Sadly, I mean, if it was a street stock race at 8, maybe I'd do that, but there isn't. But yeah, there we go. Sadly, I think that is it. I think we're going to be finishing P32 out of 34, so not good, not happy, but there we go. That's that. Don't really think there isn't. Is there anything we can do? I don't really fancy the dirt stuff because that's at USA International. There's a touring car race at Lime Park, but I wasn't able to get pace for that. There is Carburetor Cup. I've been doing that. You know what? I think we'll just leave it. I don't think the stream will make it to the channel. Just saying that. I don't think this stream will be uploaded. I don't know. Maybe do you want me to upload it, guys? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed what there was of this race. A bit disappointing since we've made it to the end of the other 2 GTE races, at least. So I'm positive that these races can never go well. The first week, I got involved in a crash on the first lap. The second week, I was cautious and still got involved in a crash because of a person rejoining where they shouldn't. And then the third week, around a very tricky track, I make a mistake that I've made absolutely loads before and then haven't done for the last 24 hours. And then somehow doing the race. So there we go. And then on top of that, the damage happens to be worse than I'd expect. I mean, we literally got flipped onto our roof on the first lap at Watkins Glen and pushed by a Porsche halfway along the straightaway, and that was a 2-minute repair job. Slamming into a wall at 70, 60 even. 20 minutes repairs. I don't think it's very logical. I think iRacing's bugged out there. I was in a Radical Racing League earlier this week. Tap the wall, and that's it. Black and orange flag. So I wonder whether something's gone a bit funny on iRacing's damage. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. However, next week we are good. Next week, this series goes to Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada, and I absolutely love that circuit on the F1 game. And then after that, they go to Monza, which is also one of my favourites. So I think we can revive the GTE endurance series. Remember, we're just doing it for participation money anyway, and that's kind of the thing. Even if we lose 100 iRating, it's for participation money. That's why I'm doing it. You get $7 for doing 4 races. I mean, that's pretty good. It's more than normal, that's for certain. Anyway, hope everyone really enjoyed this one. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!